This video is brought to you by OneXBet. OneXBet allows you to bet on all sporting events around the world. Register with OneXBet for free and win up to $130 in bonuses on your first cash deposit. Use my promo code as podcast to register and win extra bonuses up to $130. Yes, it is that simple. Join OneXBet so that you do not regret. Click the link in the comment section to sign up now. Bet responsibly. Gambling not allowed to persons under the age of 18. Enjoy the video.
Forward, Van Persie! Wonderful goal from Van Persie! Lacazette, here he is! Brilliant finish! He took it first time and with devastating effect!
Right then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. We are back with the morning show. Lots of Arsenal stories to uncover in this one. Paulo Dybala, Arsenal have asked for more information today about Paulo Dybala, free agent in the summer. Thomas Partey has already gone through his scans, and now we are really desperate and anxious to hear from the doctors what is going to happen. Benzema's transfer regret, obviously we're going to be touching that story from football.london. Darwin Nunez, according to Fabrizio Romano, he will be moving in the summer. Arsenal are leading that trust. I'm going to be giving you more information on that one. And Arsenal are interested in Christopher Nkunku. Now, Nkunku is one of those really exciting prospects at the moment, and I think earlier on I did a video on 99 Sport why Liverpool had to sign Nkunku. I thought he would be the perfect player for them, but then we're gonna also see if he would be really a good player for Arsenal. And finally, we'll be talking about Ruben Neves back in the news, and with the appointment of Erik ten Hag at Manchester United, it looks like Arsenal face new strong competition. He wants him to be his priority signing over the summer. So with all that, make sure you smash the like on the video, make sure you do subscribe to the channel, and let's get straight into the content. Now, let's start off with Paulo Dybala. Now, Nicolo Schira has actually come out and produced the story this early morning, and he said there are three clubs now that are really fighting for the signature of Paulo Dybala come the summer. Number one is PSG, that he believes are leading that race. Atletico Madrid as well have asked for information. They are the second club, the second favorite to take Paulo Dybala in the summer. But he's also said now that Arsenal have, for the second time, asked for information about Paulo Dybala. He's gonna be a free agent in the summer, and Arsenal look at that deal as an easy one and as a cheap deal for them to do in the summer. However, he says he believes PSG, Paris Saint-Germain, are leading that race for Paulo Dybala. Atletico Madrid have the interest of the player. Inter Milan have also asked for information about the player. However, no club has an agreement with the player, and of course we are still waiting to see what the final decision of the player will be. Reports have honestly shown that the player would love to play for Diego Simeone and Atletico Madrid in Spain. Inter Milan have provided an option. PSG have provided an option. Arsenal have also now joined the rest. The question with Paulo Dybala, and the reason as to why he has failed to join to sign a new contract with Juve, it's not that he's not a good player, it is the wages. He's asking for huge amounts of wages. I'm not really sure if Arsenal will be willing to offer those wages to him at the moment, because if you look at how our highest earners, I think it's Thomas Partey and Alexander Lacazette. Partey earning close to 200,000 pounds per week, and then Alexander Lacazette 180,000 pounds per week. So if you look at that salary range, I don't think Paulo Dybala is going to come in because he's a free agent and then earn 300k or earn 400k per week because he's a free agent, and with with the point that Atletico Madrid, okay, maybe not Atletico, but PSG are in distress. They will be doing whatever they can to sign Dybala, and I think the strategy they will go for, look, this is a free agent, why don't we give him 350,000 pounds per week? After all, we are not going to incur any cost signing him, and he's a very, very young player, top player. I think if he goes to PSG, he joins the likes of Mbappe, who is rumored to be in line to sign a new contract with them, as opposed to rumors that are flying around that he will be joining Real Madrid. Of course, obviously we'll discuss that on 99 Sport. But I think, look, if Arsenal want Dybala, they need to fight one, PSG, and they also need to get Champions League, because I think Inter Milan, PSG, and Atletico Madrid, all those clubs have something in common. They have Champions League, they have European football, and it's coming from Juve, where they've been playing European football. So I don't think he will actually settle for less. And he's in that period in his career where he just needs to be moving on rather than setting his his feet behind. So I don't see him move to Arsenal if we don't get Champions League. But do you think it will work for us? Let me know in the comments below. Now, moving on to Darwin Nunez. Fabrizio Romano has actually provided a huge update about Darwin Nunez. He has confirmed that in the summer, Darwin Nunez will be on the move. He will be sold in the summer. He said, however, 4 clubs are now in that race. Chelsea, Manchester United, Arsenal, all interested in the player. Barcelona as well, are in that race. So I think what is interesting here is that Benfica do not have any power to hold him back. I don't think they have, unless otherwise, this is the right time for them to sell. 80 million. I think any club that is really serious about Darwin will pay 80 million pounds. Of course, they've made themselves very clear that if you don't have 80 million, do not come close. Do not think about Darwin Nunez. Do not even dream about Darwin Nunez. It won't be a dream. It will be a nightmare. And I absolutely agree. But if you look at the competition at the moment, the player is not looking at money, according to information from Portugal. He's looking at a project. He's looking at an area. He's looking at a situation. He's looking at for an environment where he's gonna develop better. He's looking for an environment where he's gonna get game time, and he's going to be appreciated, and value will be added. Honestly, I think for a player like Darwin Nunez, the ceiling is too high. Very young Uruguayan striker. I think for his nation, all eyes are going to be on him right now. Honestly, of course, there are a couple of other players there, but with Edson Cavani and Luis Suarez now moving out of the way, I'm very, very convinced that all eyes are going to be on that Uruguayan striker, Darwin Nunez. And he's really done well at Benfica. 28 goals this season. He's got the physicality, he's got the pace. He's got all the minerals it would take for anyone to become a very, very good striker, a complete striker on the European stage. My question, one, would Arsenal pay 80 million for Darwin Nunez? I don't think so. I think we will have to negotiate, and that will depend on the amount of competition around him. But I think we'll have to negotiate more, at least 60. For me, I look, 60 million. That is a gamble we can take. 60, 65. Look, 8 is not bad money. I think is a top class talent. Lots of rumors around him. Lots of hype around him. But I just feel like maybe 60, maybe 65. That should be the price that we actually pay for him. But anyway, let me know what you think about that. Fabrizio has confirmed that he will be moving in the summer. Benfica okay with the 80 million, as long as anyone pays that and agrees personal terms with the player, they'll be letting the young man live. Obviously, reports still indicate that Arsenal are leading that race. We have contacted the agent. We have already held initial talks, and we have also started the initial process to sign the man himself, Darwin Nunez. At the moment, I think Arsenal are linked with every striker in the market, but that's a huge update from Fabrizio, and I hope it actually doesn't get wasted. Now, Thomas Partey, I would love to give you an update around Thomas Partey as well. Thomas Partey yesterday took the tests of his injury. took the scans. He had scanned. He went through a scan to see what the problem is, what his injury is, and what can be done. So today we are waiting for the results, and of course himself, the player, is waiting for the results of the scan. Look, he got injured in the same area. I said that yesterday. He got injured in the same area where he had picked up an injury in the Tottenham game. I think that was last season, right? When we were losing to Tottenham last season. Was it 2-0? Yeah. So he got injured in the same place. So the scans have been taken, and according to Football London's Chris Whitley, he said Arsenal are now waiting, and Thomas Partey is also still waiting to see what is actually going to come out of that. Now let's move to the rest of the transfer roundup. Let's start off with Karim Benzema. Yesterday, Karim Benzema scored a hat-trick against Chelsea, and that was his second hat-trick in the Champions League this season. Of course, he scored a hat-trick while they were kicking PSG out of the competition. Now yesterday Football London came out with a story and said, look, this is a huge regret for Arsenal. Of course, we know how much Arsene Wenger really loved Karim Benzema. For the last 7 years, he was singing the same song. He wanted to sign Karim Benzema from Real Madrid. Madrid were very, very clever. Despite the fact they had Gonzalo Higuain and Cristiano Ronaldo, they decided that they would keep Karim Benzema just in case Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, and Gonzalo Higuain all left Real Madrid. And I think they really did very well because at the moment they have one player they can trust. They have one player they can rely on, and what a beast of a player. I'm just imagining that this season, if Arsenal had Karim Benzema, we would be absolutely clear in that top four, because those vital goals that he's scoring for Real Madrid at the moment, he's so cunning, he's so relentless, he's press proof, he's the amount of pressure as he applies per 90 for that Real Madrid side, and the fact that he's that kind of striker that just drops back, picks up the ball in deeper areas, and then advances with it in high areas of the pitch. He's exciting. He's absolutely exciting. Look, if you didn't watch that game, go watch the highlights. Karim Benzema was an absolute beast, and I found myself celebrating for Real Madrid, a team that I really don't like because I like Barcelona a lot, but I found myself celebrating because of Karim Benzema there. So I mean, that is a kind of a transfer regret. Francis Coquelin has come out and said, look, he's come out and praised Cazorla and Mesut Ozil. Look, he said, during my time at Arsenal, I played with two players, that is Mesut Ozil and Santiago Cazorla Gonzalez, and all the time I used to give them shit balls from the midfield, but they honestly they could control them and make something out of them. So he said, if there were players that I've ever played with and they've been top class and they've been absolutely phenomenal, it was Cazorla and Mesut Ozil. We really cannot agree more. I think Mesut Ozil, when it came to ball control and when it came to turning shit into wine, he was one of the players I knew. And when it comes to Santi Cazorla, oh my god, what can I say? That little magician, both feet, he could produce magic at any time, at any end of the pitch. That is one thing I liked about Santiago Gonzalez Cazorla, and that will never change about him. So Francis Coquelin, thank you so much for being truthful. Honestly, he played shit. He played a lot of shit in the Arsenal team, but you know what? It's always Arsenal, and it's always Santi Cazorla, and it was always Mesut Ozil. Arsenal have been linked with a move for Christopher Nkunku in the summer. With Bayern Munich also interested in the player. Now it looks like Liverpool will not be going for Christopher Nkunku after signing in that man Luis Diaz in January. Arsenal are looking for a player with his qualities, a winger playing out wide that can score as many goals as possible. That has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. Now Christopher Nkunku, his contract runs down in 2023. At the moment, RB Leipzig are trying to give him a new contract, and the release clause they're trying to put in it is going to be 60 million euros. So at the moment this summer, I think you could work for around 40, 45, 50, 55 million euros. I think that would be the price. I don't know if Arsenal are really serious about this one, but he's one player I would really say he's had a hell of a season. Brilliant, brilliant figures, scoring match in, match out, creating chances every game. I think it's time for Christopher Nkunku to move on from Leipzig. Anywhere he goes, I think he'll be a success. Erik ten Hag is one of those managers that are coming in to the Premier League. I think he would use a player like that. So if he doesn't come to Arsenal, I won't be surprised if he goes to the Premier League and he joins a club like Manchester United. And finally, talking about Manchester United, Erik ten Hag has told Manchester United, of course, yesterday we confirmed that he's set to become the next Manchester United manager. So he's told Manchester United, my priority transfer signing in the midfield is Ruben Neves. Now that's not very good news for Arsenal. We confirmed yesterday that Arsenal are in talks with Jorge Mendes, the agent of the player, and we are desperately trying to lure him to the Emirates Stadium. Now with the introduction of that man Erik ten Hag, obviously it means United are going to be going for a rebuild. A massive project is going to be taking place at Manchester United. They could sell everyone, they could sell all the crap and then begin afresh, just like Arsenal. So at the moment it looks like Erik ten Hag is also interested in Ruben Neves, just like Mikel Arteta. Who will win that battle? That question will be answered in the transfer summer. Smash a like on the video, do subscribe to the channel, and of course get involved in the comments below. Who do you want to see in the midfield, in that central midfield role to be signed by Arsenal in the summer? And I'll be sure to speak to you in a bit.
Dixie forward, Van Persie! Wonderful goal from Van Persie! Lacazette, here he is! Brilliant finish! He took it first time, and with devastating effect!
This video is brought to you by OneXBet. OneXBet allows you to bet on all sporting events around the world. Register with OneXBet for free and win up to $130 in bonuses on your first cash deposit. Use my promo code as podcast to register and win extra bonuses up to $130. Yes, it is that simple. Join OneXBet so that you do not regret. Click the link in the comment section to sign up now. Bet responsibly. Gambling not allowed to persons under the age of 18. Enjoy the video.